So, do you use? Are these all part of your menagerie, your play? What typically do kids use? What's the room filled with?
The room is filled, well, yeah, toys. I always have the babies and the baby bottles and the doctor kit.
Okay.
And I have a dollhouse, and it's got a lot of furniture and different family members.
Okay.
And you definitely can look at it. You can learn a lot from the dynamics and what the different people are doing in the house.
Okay. Okay. And is this? Are you speaking now of what ages for this? Because you go up to what age do you usually involve in play therapy?
I think my talent is really with the little ones and the preschoolers and the under 10 is really my gift. I had worked with adolescents before, but often if they're not the one interested in therapy and if they're the ones being forced to go and they're not playing,
it doesn't work.
We play hard. Although I did have one kid that agreed. He was an adolescent. This is not something that's a mind-body treatment I don't do with kids because it's always non-directive. Nobody asked me yet.
Right.
But he came, you were talking about holistic, and he had a wart on his feet, and they were going to operate on him very, very soon. And he was an athlete, and he was worried that he won't be able to continue to play once they operate on the wart. And I actually, my other specialty is hypnotherapy, and I did a special behavioral medicine work with him. And in the training, I was told that a lot of people actually inflict pain on themselves unconsciously for punishment. There's a lot of other reasons that you can rule out.
Right.
But I remember in the class I said, no, I don't think people will ever do that. And with this kid, we did some unconscious work to find out if there was any emotional reason for the wart. And he's the one who indicated that it was punishment. And I told him that the reason for the punishment will come to his mind. He doesn't need to share it with me. And then I kind of negotiated with the unconscious. I know it sounds crazy, but it really...
Not if you're used to hypnotherapy.
Okay, good. So, and I negotiated. So did he suffer enough or does he need to suffer some more? No, he didn't suffer enough. Okay, I say, okay, would one more day be enough? No. Okay, so we negotiated a week. And I gave a suggestion that within a week, he will, will just be released. And wouldn't you know it, after a week, it was completely gone.
So he didn't have to have surgery?
He did not need to have surgery at all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's something I hadn't thought about, trying hypnotherapy for illness, for physical illnesses. So that's something interesting.
It's really effective. Also, I had a few cases with women that have a hard time getting pregnant. I had one woman I worked with who had like 4 or 5 miscarriages, and I did a special work with her, and she kept that child, and then she kept another child. I had one woman who was having a hard time. She was trying to get pregnant through artificial ways, and I think she was trying for 2 years and was not. She was going to have one more try, and I did some work with her, and she got pregnant that next time.
Wow. So the mind is really very powerful.
Oh my God.
And the mind-body connection is...
Oh my God. We are not even nearly... I was talking to I had a little blood pressure issue, and I started meditating 1 hour every day. And I went to my doctor, and he said, oh, your blood pressure is better. I said, yeah, I started meditating every day. And he said, I cannot even wrap my brain how that can affect blood pressure.
Well, if being excited or tense or stressed can raise your blood pressure, being relaxed and meditative can certainly lower it.
Exactly. We are not separated from our brain.
Right. So I think, let's see, do we have, what's the next slide here? Trust the child. Okay. So in child play therapy, you trust the child to solve the problem, and you let them lead the way, and you don't rush it. And what does that mean? Enforces minimum limitations.
Meaning that I really want to encourage the kids to express themselves fully. So I try to have really there is a limitation of the time that we meet, and I let them know, our time is going to be up. Sometimes it's not okay to leave the room, or say if they're going to hit or throw something at me, I may say, if you do that one more time, I'm going to have to take it, but you can have it next week again. Of course, it's much easier to be accepting and completely loving when it's a 50 minutes,
right.
At home,
right.
24/7, we can't always be like that, but every parent can be like that for 15 minutes a day, and it will make a big difference to their relationship,
right.
and to their,
Well, and lots of times with both parents working and with other children in the house, parents are really overwhelmed themselves, and so it's great that you can help give them a break and give the child a different experience, and help them get in touch with themselves as well.
Yes.